Hello and welcome to another wrap-up. If my face looks crazy, I'm having an allergic reaction. Just ignore it. So in October, I ended up reading 10 books. They're all graphic novels or manga, so don't get too excited. I also DNF'd 2 other books, so this wrap-up is going to feature 12 books, so strap yourselves in. So the first 3 books that I read in October are the first 3 volumes of Gangsta by Kohske, which are the only ones that I have, otherwise I would have read more. This is about a city that is called Ergastelum. The way that I remember that, crazy work. I don't know how I remember that. Anyway, and in this city there is a bunch of crime, there's gangs, there's murder, and there are these people that are special that are called Twilights. They have special dog tags that say their ranks. They have like not superpowers, but like they're stronger and more resilient than a normal person. So we follow Nick and Warwick, and they are the handymen. They do any job that will pay, and so we follow them doing their job, and there is somebody going around killing Twilights. And that's all. That's as far as I got to into this shit. We also kind of get more of a backstory of where they came from. I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly, but it doesn't matter. It is about these 2 guys who are killers for hire / whatever. I ended up giving all of these a 4-star. I think so. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure. I really like Nick and Warwick. I love them. I think the story is really cool. I wish I could find the volumes after this. I think there are only like 9 total or something. I wish I could find them. I can only find them in French. Maybe I'm not looking hard enough, but I'd like to read the rest physically one day, but we'll see. The next book that I read is Bloom by Kevin Panetta and Savannah Ganucheau. I'm not sure about that name, I'm so sorry. This is a graphic novel about 2 boys, Ari and Hector. Ari's family has a bakery, which he doesn't really care about. He's kind of lost with what he wants to do in life, but right in the moment where we read this, he wants to be an artist, and he's in a band with his friends, and he wants to follow that. And at the same time, Hector just moved to the city alone, and he loves baking, so he ends up getting a job at the bakery, and they become friends. At the same time, we follow Ari trying to figure out what he wants to do. I don't actually know the plot of this. I don't know how to explain it, but that is what it is to me. I ended up giving this a 3, I think. Maybe a 2.5? I don't remember. I personally don't care about this. I think I gave it a 2.5. I didn't really care for the plot of the book. I really didn't like Ari. He was really annoying and immature. Hector was okay. I just didn't care about their romance that came out of nowhere. Ari's friend was really passive-aggressive, and I don't understand why. Not really passive, but whatever. I just didn't get most of this book. Moral of the story, I just don't think it's for me, unfortunately. The next book that I read was Mooncakes by Suzanne Walker, Wendy Shu, and Joamette Gill. Don't know if any of those names are correct, but those are the names. This follows 2 main characters, a witch and a werewolf. They used to be friends before the werewolf moved away, and the werewolf comes back because there's something happening. There's like a demonic horse entity in the forest near this town, and so they come back to try and get rid of it, but they can't do that by themselves, so they end up revisiting their old friend the witch, and she helps the werewolf try to fight this thing, I guess. Is that what this says? Teen Witch Nova follows reports of a white wolf in the woods, discovers her childhood crush, werewolf Tam Lang, battling a horse demon. Yeah, it's kind of a romance, kind of like a weird mystery vibe. Probably from the way that I'm talking about this book, you can guess that I didn't really like this. I also gave it a 2.5 or a 3. Didn't really care. Personally, the art style wasn't my favorite. The plot, though, wasn't my favorite either. I thought it was pretty predictable and kind of boring. I think this might be for younger audiences, but whatever. I Didn't really care too much about the romance. I didn't hate it, didn't love it. It was just like middle. It was okay. Energy. I do really like the design of the witch, but she doesn't look like that in the book, which is upsetting. She doesn't look like a witch, which I thought she would, because like look how cute she looks on the cover. That's not what she looks like in the book. Like, yes, but also no. I don't see her wear a hat a single moment in the book. That is my review. The next 5 books that I read are the first 5 volumes of Komi Can't Communicate by Tomohito Oda. I have read the first 3 before, so I reread them to remind myself what happens, even though I do know. This follows Komi, and she has aggressive social anxiety. She can't talk to people, but people misunderstand that and they think that she's very mysterious and cool, and they glorify her a lot. And so the only person to notice that she is socially anxious is Tadano, and they end up forming like a friendship, and he helps her get 100 friends, him being the first one. And I love it. I love this series a lot. I love the anime. I'm really excited to read the rest of them. They're back here. You can notice where I got these from. I kind of want to rewatch the anime after I read all of these because I loved it so much. I gave them all 4 stars. I think Komi is super cute. I really like the art style. I really like the characters except for one, which is Yamai, I think her name is. Hate her. But I think the art's super cute. I think she's really cute as a character. Can this focus? Thank you. I think she's really cute, a cute character. Love her design. So I just love these books a lot. These manga, whatever you want to call it. So those are all the books that I actually read. Now moving on to the 2 books that I DNF'd. What was that? The first book that I DNF'd in October was The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I tried my best. I swear. I got until page 304 and just had to cut my losses. Unfortunately, this is not my taste at all. And I bought the 2 books, so I don't know. I actually listened to this on audiobook, which, thank God, because I could not have gotten through this much if I hadn't. Does that make sense? I don't actually know how to explain the plot of this book. I'm gonna be honest. The back does not say anything either. This is about a guy called Cloth, and it is a story about his life from when he was a child to an adult. I only got till he is a teenager, and then I gave up. But we follow him traveling with his family to then being homeless and surviving in the city, and then going to university, kind of. It's not university, it's like a magic school because there's magic in this world, and he is on a mission to learn the name of the wind. I don't know why I bought this, I'm gonna be honest. I'm dumb, maybe? This is just not my taste, unfortunately. I tried, I really did, because people love this series. This is just not for me. And the other book that I DNF'd is Wildfire by Hannah Grace, which is the 2nd book in the UMCH? No. UMHC? My lord, I don't know. Something. Maple Hills, so UMHC, I think. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This follows 2 characters, Russ and Aurora. They sleep together at a party, and then the next day they accidentally meet each other at a summer camp where they will be working that summer. So that sounds fine, except that I'm not interested. Hear me out, okay? I read 75 pages, which is not a lot, but I already got the ick reading 75 pages, which is not a good sign. And then I also don't really care because I hated icebreakers. So I'm just gonna read a sentence to you, and then I will be done with this conversation, just so you get like a like visual of why I did not want to read this. Hold on. Hope you're ready. God, Ryan, don't make me emotional when I'm about to head to a hockey party. You know being sad makes me horny. We're done. So those are all the books that I read in October. I read picture books. Not to hate on graphic novels and manga, but like, I only read graphic novels and manga. I'm proud of myself because I read a lot, in my opinion. Did each book only take like an hour to read? Yes, but that doesn't matter. Reading those books also helped me lower my current TBR back here, so I am happy. And I'm not really gonna think about that. I can't read anything that isn't like a picture. But that is everything for today, and I'll see you in my next word video. Bye!